We're trying to get this ancient 27-inch tire off of this rim.
After spending a long winter stashed away in the garage or chained to the backyard fence, your bike is ready to get out and take you for a ride. But before you hit the trail, you'll need to do some prep work.
Usually what we see during the springtime is stuff that people's left outside. It's probably pretty rusty, so I think a basic sort of maintenance is just pumping up tires, lubricating chains, or just cleaning components in the drivetrain, like the rear cassette on the back wheel and the chain. And usually that does it for most people, unless like the cables for the brakes have gotten rusty as well.
Deutsch volunteers at Off the Chain, an Anchorage bicycle cooperative. Riders bring in their bike and either borrow the tools to fix it or work with a mechanic to get it up and running.
I'm just going to replace the cable and housing from this bike because it's really old. I already did one last week.
Most of that is really easy fixes that could be done in an hour, like at this shop here. General chain maintenance, we have a good option, like if it's just a bike that hasn't been ridden in a while and it's like either a bit rusty or just really dirty, is running it through a chain cleaner with Simple Green and sort of just degreasing it and then re-lubricating it.
With the chain spinning smoothly, it's time to check the tires.
I just need to tighten. If your tire's got any like visible cracks in it, if you've got any sort of like inner tube coming through, you know, that would be I guess an obvious sign that it's got to be replaced. For the most part, a lot of the tires that like they last for a really long time. Just if you've been like if the tread is starting to bald on them, then I guess that'd be another sort of obvious sign that they should be replaced.
A good tread will take you far, but it's just as important to focus on the brakes.
When you squeeze the brake levers, they shouldn't go all the way down to the handlebars. The brakes should engage probably at about the halfway point. So that would be something that you could tighten up and service here. And also, too, the brakes should probably be able to completely lock the wheel when it's engaged.
Inspecting the bike from ground up is the key to keeping it in good shape. But even if everything looks good, you should take it for a test drive before the real thing.
Be prepared to get wet. Invest in fenders is always a good idea for Anchorage. Spring and summer riding on the trails here, I guess just remember that they're shared multi-use trails and you know, don't cause any contention with people walking.
If you want to keep your bike in tip-top shape, buy a set of Allen wrenches. Deutsch says normal trail wear and tear should be a quick fix at home.
They're relatively simple machines, and it's sort of like a lifetime skill that it doesn't require a lot of very expensive tools, and then a shop like this provides the tools, so like not everybody, you know, if you're only using them a couple times a year, you don't really need to own a full set.
Once it's cleaned up, tuned up, and tried out, it's time to hit the trail and check out the last frontier from behind the handlebars.